Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with chapter 9, carbon compounds. We have finished with chapter 8. Okay. Carbon compounds is one of the most important chapter which you are having in your syllabus, and it is one of the longest chapters, about 30 pages it have. Okay. All the points in this chapter is very important. This chapter is having the maximum weightage. Okay. Now we will start with the chapter with the questions, that is, can you recall questions on page number 110. What are the types of compounds? Okay, basically the compounds are of two types, organic and inorganic. Objects in everyday use such as foodstuff, fibers, paper, medicines, wood, fuels are made up of various compounds. Which constituent elements are common in these compounds? It is carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, most of them has carbon, all of them have carbon, and it has carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. To which group in the periodic table does the element carbon belong? It belongs to 14th group. Write down the electronic configuration of carbon and reduce the valency of carbon. What is the electronic configuration of carbon? It is 2, 4. It has 4 electrons in its outermost shell, so its valency is 4. Okay. Now, about organic and inorganic compounds, it has been given in the first paragraph. Organic compounds were considered as the compounds which are having plant or animal origin. That means the compounds which is having plant or animal origin were compared to be were considered to be organic compounds earlier. But a scientist he produced the particular organic compound urea in the laboratory. Okay, and he showed that it could be produced in the laboratory also. After that, the definition of organic compounds changed. Okay, they changed the particular definition to organic compounds are compounds which have carbon in it. Okay, they are having carbon, they are carbon compounds. So carbon compounds are said to be organic compounds, but there are some exceptions. You may underline, it has been given in your textbook first paragraph. The compounds like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, carbide salts, carbonate salts and bicarbonate salts, these are exceptions. They are inorganic compounds and they are not organic compounds. Okay. Now next is the can you tell question below on the same page. What is meant by a chemical bond? Okay, there are two types of bonds, ionic bond and covalent bond. What is meant by a chemical bond? You may write the answer. The force of attraction by which atoms or ions are held together in a molecule is called as chemical bond. Okay, so it is the force of attraction by which the two elements are held together. It is said to be a chemical bond. I repeat, the force of attraction by which atoms or ions are held together in a molecule is called as a chemical bond. What is the number of chemical bonds that an atom of an element forms called? It is called as valency. Okay, so the number of chemical bonds is equal to valency. If there are two bonds, then the valency is 2. If there is one bond, then the valency is 1. Okay, what are the two important types of chemical bonds? So what are the two important types of chemical bonds? It is ionic bond and covalent bond. I have written it here. The types of compounds, organic and inorganic. Type of bonds, ionic bond and covalent bond. Ionic bond is formed by positive and negative ions. Positively charged and negatively charged ions, they come together, they get attracted by ionic bond to form an ionic compound. Next is covalent bond. Covalent bond is formed by sharing of electrons. Here there is give and take of electrons. One element will give electron, the other element will take electron. Okay, that is an ionic bond. Whereas in case of covalent bond, there is no give and take of electrons, there is sharing of electrons. Okay, Now the properties of covalent bonds. What are the properties of covalent compounds? In the last chapter we studied about the properties of ionic bonds. This chapter is about properties of covalent bonds. There are two properties. First one is the melting point and boiling point is generally less than 300 degrees Celsius. You may mark this in your textbook. They are not electrical conductors. They are not good conductors of electricity. So compounds like glucose, urea, these are organic compounds and they do not conduct electricity. Okay. Now we may study about carbon. Carbon, its atomic number is 6. Its electronic configuration is 2, 4. So how many electrons it has in its outermost shell? It has 4 electrons. So if it is having 4 electrons in its outermost shell, if it has to become stable, okay, if it has to become stable, either it should have 8 electrons in its outermost shell, or it should be having 2 electrons in its first shell. Okay, so if it removes this, if it loses those 4 electrons, okay, if it loses these 4 electrons, then it will become 2. Okay, then it will become similar to helium when it loses 4 electrons. But what about its size? Its size will become very less and it will become C4 plus. The charge, it is highly charged but smaller in size, so it does not become stable. It remains unstable. Okay, and if it has to become 8 to 8, then what it has to do? It has to gain 4 electrons. Okay, it has to gain 4 electrons. The energy which is needed to gain 4 electrons is very high, and again the charge will be C4 minus and the size will be very small. So instead of giving or taking, what does it do? It goes for sharing those 4 electrons. Okay, that means if this is the nucleus, it is having 6 protons. The first shell, that is K shell, it is having 2 electrons. The second shell, it is L shell, it is having 4 electrons. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, these electron, this one electron, it will share that one electron with another element. I will give you an example here. Consider hydrogen is going to share. Understood? Here there is hydrogen. Hydrogen is having 1 proton in its nucleus. It is having only 1 shell. How many electron it has? It has only 1 electron. So it is going to share that 1 electron like this. Okay, one is carbon, other is hydrogen. One is carbon, other is hydrogen. They are getting locked, they are sharing. Okay, so if they have shared, here they have shared 1 pair of electrons. 1 pair. 1 pair means one is of carbon and another is of hydrogen. So it has shared 1, but 3 of them are remaining. Again they will share electrons with another hydrogen atom. The third one will share electron with another hydrogen atom. The next one will share electron with another hydrogen atom. Okay, so they are sharing. 1 pair of electron has been shared. So here you may see there is C in the center. This is 1 hydrogen. This is another hydrogen. Okay, this is the third hydrogen. And this is the 4th hydrogen. So it has shared 1 electron each with 4 hydrogen atoms. 4 hydrogen atoms. Okay. So what will this compound become? This compound becomes CH4. This is an example. Like this, similarly, the carbon can share electron with other atoms. If there is sharing of 1 pair of electrons, one of this and one of this, then it is said to be a single bond. Okay, it is a single bond. It is denoted like this. Okay, so this one line means there is one electron here, one electron here. Two electrons, one pair of electrons, one is of one atom and other is of another element, okay, or another atom. If there are two pairs of electrons, then it is said to be a double bond. It is shown by double line. This is single bond, this is double bond, and if there are if there are sharing of three pairs of electrons, then it will be triple bond. Okay, so there are three types of bonds. Single, which is denoted like this. Double, which is denoted like this, and triple, which is denoted like this. Okay, so in a single bond there is one line, in a double bond there are two lines in between two atoms, and in triple bond there are three lines in between two atoms. Okay, so in a single bond one pair of electron is shared, in a double bond two pair of electrons are shared, and in a triple bond three pairs of electrons are shared. Okay, so hope you have understood this much. Now we may move on to the next clip. Now the next is about structure of hydrogen. Hydrogen symbol is H. The electronic configuration is 1. The atomic number is 1. Electronic configuration is 1. That means it has one electron. There is only one shell for hydrogen, that is K shell. What are the maximum number of electrons which can be accommodated in K shell? It is 2 electrons. So if there are 2 electrons, then the atom will become stable. Okay, so helium is having 2 electrons in its outermost shell. That is why it is an inert gas. It does not react. But hydrogen has only 1 electron, so it is going to share 1 electron with another hydrogen atom, so it can remain as H2 molecule, that is hydrogen gas. You may see this is one atom of hydrogen. Here they have shared one electrons each, 1 electron of this hydrogen, 1 electron of this hydrogen. It will form a single bond. This is the line structure of hydrogen, and this is the electron dot structure of hydrogen. In electron dot structure, you have to show the electrons of both the atoms, whatever electrons you are going to share. Okay, the number of electrons in the outermost shell only you have to show. Okay, I repeat, in electron dot structure you have to show only the number of electrons in the outermost shell. Okay, and this structure also you have to show the number of electrons which they have shared and the number of electrons which are free in the outermost shell. Okay, now after sharing, you may see this hydrogen. Okay, this hydrogen is having 2 electrons, and this hydrogen is also having 2 electrons, so they will become stable. The next is structure of oxygen. Symbol is O, atomic number is 8, electronic configuration is 2, 6. It has 6 electrons in its outermost shell, so it is going to share 2 electrons. Okay, because it wants to become 8, it should be having 8 in its outermost shell. So it is going to share 2 electrons. Okay, so it will be a double bond. As it is going to share 2 electrons, it is a double bond. If it is going to share 1 electron, it is a single bond. If it is going to share 3 electrons, it will be a triple bond. So here, this is oxygen. It is having 6 electrons in its outermost shell. Here they have shared 2 electrons each in the outermost shell. Okay, in the outermost shell, the inner shell is intact, they do not react. These 2 electrons are the shared electrons of this oxygen, and these 2 electrons are shared electrons of this oxygen. So 2 oxygen atoms will share 2 pairs of electrons to form a double bond. So I have drawn 2 lines here. This shows a double bond. Okay, and this shows 2 pairs of electrons have been shared, 2 pairs. So these 2 are of the oxygen on this side, and these two are of oxygen on the other side. Okay, now after sharing, you may see this hydrogen, this oxygen, it is having 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 electrons, so it will become stable. Similarly, the other also will be having 8 electron in its outermost orbit, so they become stable by sharing. Now while writing this bond, these are the double bonds. Okay, so these are the electrons in this center. Now there are electrons left in the outermost shell, that also has to be shown. Okay, so I'll show it here, this as the number of electrons. Similarly, in this case also, this oxygen is also having extra electrons, the other electrons which are not being shared. Okay, now in this case also, these are the 4 electrons. Okay, now there are 2 electrons, 4 electrons extra, they also have to be shown. Okay, you may see the structure on page number 112. This is about structure of oxygen. Now the next is structure of nitrogen. Nitrogen, symbol N, atomic number 7, electronic configuration 2, 5. Okay, so to become 8, it wants to become 8. To become 8, it needs 3 more electrons. So it will form a triple bond with another nitrogen atom. So here, this is one nitrogen. Here, there is a triple bond. Triple bond means there are 3 pairs of electrons, okay, which has been shared. After sharing, you may see this nitrogen is having 8 electrons in its outermost shell. Similarly, 8 electrons in its outermost shell for the other nitrogen atom also. So this is a triple bond shown by 3 lines. What are the number of electrons remaining? The number of electrons remaining, there are only 2 for this also and for this nitrogen also. The electrons which has been shared, the triple bond, the electrons have been shown. There are 2 remaining for each, that is written here. Okay, in the textbook it has been written on the left hand side. Okay, you may go according to the textbook. So this is the line structure and this is the electron dot structure. The question could be, draw the electron dot structure and the line structure of hydrogen molecule, oxygen molecule or nitrogen molecule. Now we may move on to the next. Now on page number 112, there is a use your brain power question. In that box they have asked the structure, okay, the line structure and electron dot structure of some compounds. The first one is structure of chlorine. The atomic number of chlorine is 17. Its electronic configuration is 287. It has 7 electrons in its outermost shell. So what will be its valency? Its valency will be 1. That means if it goes for sharing, it will form a single bond with another chlorine atom if it wants to become Cl2. Okay, it will share 1 electron with another chlorine atom and become Cl2, a diatomic molecule. This is 1 chlorine atom. You may see 2 electrons in the first shell, 8 electrons in the second shell and 7 electrons in the third shell. You may see I have drawn only 1 here. Now here you may see this is that 1 electron, okay, this 1 electron and the 1 electron of the other carbon atom or other chlorine atom. This is 1 chlorine atom, this is another chlorine atom, these are the single pair of electrons which they have shared. So it will become Cl, single bond Cl. Now we have to show the other electrons also in the outermost shell. Okay, so these 2 electrons have been shown, these electrons have to be shown. So I will show this, these 2, 2 and 2. Okay, these 2 and these 2 have been shown. Similarly for this chlorine also you have to show those 2 electrons each. So this is the line structure, whereas in electron dot structure you have shown here, in this case the electrons which has been shared have been shown. Okay, there are two electrons, one pair of electrons, one electron of this carbon atom and one electron of another chlorine atom, sorry. So the other electrons have to be shown. These are those electrons which have to be shown. So this is the electron dot structure of chlorine. Understood? Similarly, structure of water. In water, it is a covalent compound. There are two different types of elements, hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen atomic number is 1. Oxygen atomic number is 8. Hydrogen electronic configuration is 1. Electronic configuration of oxygen is 2, 6. So here it is 6, it wants to become 8. So it will be needing 2 electrons. So it will take 1 electron each from 2 hydrogen atoms. You may see the one in the middle is oxygen and this is one hydrogen, this is another hydrogen. In the last shell I have shown the electrons of oxygen. Okay, you may see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 electrons of oxygen I have shown. I haven't shown the electron of hydrogen. This is the electron of hydrogen which has been shared for this hydrogen atom, and this is the electron of the hydrogen atom which has been shared. Okay, so the line structure comes like this. One pair of electron, so there is only one line. Here also one pair of electrons, so it is one line. What has been left? This and these two have been left, so I will write those dots here. Okay, similarly you may see oxygen forms a single bond with this hydrogen and oxygen forms a single bond with this hydrogen. So this is single bond. What is remaining? The other electrons of oxygen is remaining, that I will be showing by putting these dots here. So this is electron dot structure of water. This is the line structure of water. This is the electron dot structure of water. Similarly, structure of ammonia. Okay, NH3 means ammonia. That compound has also two elements. One is nitrogen, other is hydrogen. Nitrogen atomic number is 7 and hydrogen atomic number is 1. Its electronic configuration is 2, 5. It needs 3 more electrons to become 8 in the outermost shell. Okay, so to become 8 in the outermost shell, it needs 3 electrons. So it will share with 3 hydrogen atoms. Okay, 3 hydrogen atoms. So one hydrogen atom is having 1 electron. So if it goes for sharing with 3 hydrogen atoms, it could get those 3 hydrogen atoms, 3 electrons. Okay, so here I have shown the center is nitrogen. It is 2 electrons in the first shell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the second shell. This is one hydrogen. This is the electron of that hydrogen. This is another hydrogen. This is the electron of that hydrogen. This is the third hydrogen and this is the electron of that hydrogen. So here also they are sharing one pair of electron. Here one pair of electron. Here also one pair of electron. Okay, so one electron each with 3 hydrogen atoms. So nitrogen is sharing one pair of electrons each with 3 hydrogen atoms. Now you may see these two have been left. It didn't take part in the sharing, so it has to be shown. It is shown like this. Okay, in this case also nitrogen has shared one pair of electron with this hydrogen, one electron with this hydrogen and this hydrogen. Okay, 2 are left. I will show it here. This is the electron dot structure of ammonia. This is the line structure of ammonia. You may copy this in your notebook. Now the next is structure of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide consists of 2 atoms, one of carbon and another of oxygen, 2 elements. Atomic number of carbon is 6. Its electronic configuration is 2, 4. Atomic number of oxygen is 8. Its electronic configuration is 2, 6. Okay. So carbon needs 4 more electrons and electronic configuration of oxygen is 2, 6. That means it needs 2 electrons. Okay. So 1 carbon and 2 oxygen. You can remember it from the molecular formula also, CO2. That means 1 carbon and 2 oxygen. 1 carbon in the center, 2 oxygen on both sides. Here you may see they have shared electrons. These are the electrons. These are the electrons of carbon atom and these are the electrons of oxygen atom. Okay, they have been shared. So they have shared 2 pairs of electrons. So there is a double bond. Okay, so there is a double bond between carbon and oxygen. There is another double bond between carbon and oxygen. After forming the double bonds, there are the electrons left. Okay, those electrons have been shown here. These are the extra electrons which do not take part in the reaction. Okay, in the bond formation. This is the electron dot structure. Electron dot structure, you may see here there are 4 electrons which have been shown because there are 2 pairs of electrons taking part. Here you may see there are 4 electrons, 2 pairs of electrons which are taking part. So those electrons have been shown. This is a double bond. Now you may note that in a line structure there are dots, but in an electron dot structure there are no lines. Okay, you may keep in mind. Now the next is structure of sulfur, that is S8. Sulfur is a non-metal which exists in the form of S8. Okay, so S8 means how many atoms of sulfur? There are 8 atoms of sulfur. Okay, you may see in the structure it is in the form of an octagon. There are 8 atoms of sulfur. Sulfur, the atomic number is 16. Its electronic configuration is 286. It needs 2 more electrons to make this 8. Okay, to make 6, to convert 6 into 8, it needs 2 more electrons. So it goes to share 2 electrons with another 2 sulfur atoms. So there is 1 sulfur. Okay, the sulfur has 2 electrons in the first shell, 8 electrons in the second shell and 6 electrons in the third shell. I will show that those 1 electron here and 1 electron here. Out of these 6, 2 electrons I have shown. 1 on this side, 1 on this side. It will share this electron with another electron of this sulfur atom and it will share this electron with another sulfur on this side. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, it will become 8. Similarly, this S also, there is another S here, 1 on this side, 1 on this side. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like this, it will get 8 electron. Like this, it will form a bond, covalent bond to form S8. Okay. Now the next is structure of methane, that is CH4. There is 1 carbon atom and 4 atoms of hydrogen. Atomic number of carbon is 6. Electronic configuration is 2, 4. Atomic number of hydrogen is 1. Electronic configuration is 1. So this is forming 1 bond each, single bond each with 4 hydrogen atoms. Okay, so here this is 1 hydrogen, this is second hydrogen, third hydrogen, fourth hydrogen, and this is carbon in the center. They are sharing electrons with carbon. After sharing electrons with hydrogen, you may see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, in each and every example you may see hydrogen gets 2 electrons after sharing and other elements are getting 8 electrons in its outermost shell after sharing. You may see this in each and every diagram which you have drawn now. Now this is the line structure where carbon is forming 1 single bond with 4 hydrogen each, and this is the electron dot structure. Here there are no extra electrons, so it hasn't been shown. Now, generally the questions asked are, draw the line structure and the electron dot structure of hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen and methane. These are the generally asked questions, but in some schools they have asked of water and S8 also. Okay, so you may go through this thoroughly. You may take page number 113. There is a diagram given, figure 9.6. That figure could be asked. They will give you the diagram and the questions will be asked, what is the model, what are the models, and it is of which compound. It is of which compound? It is of methane. And what are the names of models? It is ball and stick model and the space filling model. Okay, these names you should be knowing, ball and stick model and the space filling model. Of which compound has been shown? It is of methane. Okay, you won't be asked the models of any other compounds. In your 10th standard you will be asked about this only if it has been asked. Okay, you may go through the textbook, draw and learn the structure, the line structure and the electron dot structure of each and every examples which I have given you today. If you are having any doubt, you may ask. Thank you.